Howdy everyone from Albuquerque, New Mexico. The girls and I have a room for the night. It's a really nice room, by the way. But anywho, I just wanted to kind of preface this video you're getting ready to watch by saying that it's November now, and the video you're getting ready to see is from back in June. But I'm just now emotionally stable enough. Is that even a thing for me? Anyhow, I'm just now at a point where I feel like I can go ahead and put the video together now. I've been hanging on to it long enough, so I wanted to go ahead and just kind of FYI you guys, hey, this video is coming up from a few months ago, so enjoy. June the 1st. Greetings from Goshen, Indiana. I just wanted to take this moment to give a huge shout out to all of you guys out there who approached me today at Driver Appreciation Day to let me know that you enjoyed my content and that you enjoyed my videos. It means a lot that you guys watch and that you enjoy it. And I really appreciate y'all coming up to me and let me know who you are. Some of you guys are faithful commenters, and I've always seen your name in the comments, and I finally get to see a face. And so that was nice too. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys very much. And maybe next year I'll take the girls. A lot of you guys asked about the girls. Like, where's the girls? Where's the girls? So maybe next year I'll take them. All right, let me tell you what I've got going on. And then I'm going to walk you around the outside. It's raining. I'm wet. Getting a free shower. Alrighty, folks. Oh, I just remembered something else I need to do. It's not important for this video, but there's something else I need to do. Sticky notes. I am hooked to a 44-foot fifth wheel. Shipping weight $14,995. GVWR 18,000. It is picking up Goshen, Indiana, and it is on its way to Winfield, British Columbia. I think that's all about the unit as far as paperwork. I mean, there's all sorts of Canadian stuff I'll have to deal with when I get ready to cross the border, but we're not there yet. We're days away from that. So, let me take you around the outside. Let me walk you around the outside. I've already submitted my pre-trip pictures, and I'll walk you around it so you can see the outside. And I'd like to get that done, and then change into some drier clothes. So let's go see the outside. Did you wanna? No, it's raining out there. You hate the rain. You do. A little baby bean. I just realized I need to move because I had to scooch over in the main aisleway that I was in to let a flatbed driver get past me. And Squirt really does she really thinks that she needs to go outside. And so I'm gonna circle around to the back part of the yard so that I can do a good video for you guys, a good walk around, and I'll let the girls get out and get a little gravel in between their toes. Bismarck, North Dakota. I don't know what date it is, but I am at the Ram dealership. Big girl has issues. She put me into limp mode, something about the exhaust filter full thingy, so I'm gonna have to try to get this dealt with. So stay tuned. I just walked the lot where they want me to park. It ain't happening. There is nowhere to park and get the unit in and dropped. I walked from that direction there, and tight turns, not enough clearance. There's just no way I'm gonna be able to get back here with that long of a unit. So I'm gonna go back and talk to them. He's like, I don't know if I can get you in today. I'm like, when can you get me in? He goes, July the 10th. And I'm like, stop, because this is like the first of June. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I don't know. I may have to try to find another diesel mechanic place in town. I don't know. Parking is always an issue. Even if there was a place to park, there's no way I'm going to make this turn right here. So this is not a good option. Never a dull moment with me though, right? There's my girl. She's sad. She hasn't been feeling good. Okay. Plan B, people. Plan B. All right. They've done the code reader thing. They know what part the truck needs. They do not have it in stock. They can get it here tomorrow. And they will get me in tomorrow. So I'm going to contact my traffic manager and find out about if they want me to drop it somewhere safe or... Oh my goodness! Look at this unit. Look at all them bugs. Nasty. Nasty. I think I'd like to think I've depleted the mosquito population by a little. But anyway, I'm going to call my traffic manager, let her know what's going on, and see how they want me to proceed. So, yeah, it's getting warm. I know, it's getting warm. Yes, ma'ams. I can't get my traffic manager on the phone, and I was in an area where I was just clogging up all sorts of traffic. So I'm heading back to the truck stop, which... Oh, I haven't even told you that story about the truck stop. Stopped at the 19 in Bismarck. Is that where I'm at? Am I in Bismarck, North Dakota? Oh my goodness, I don't even know where I'm at anymore. Anyway, I stopped at the truck stop last night. Walked in to check and make sure it was okay for me to park the night. And they said no. They absolutely refused. And so if you follow me on Instagram, you already know the story because I've already posted it. But I was talking with my mentor this morning on the phone. He goes, you need to go back and ask for the, he says, okay, he didn't say it that way. He says, you know what you ought to do? That's what he said. Go back, ask for the manager, and then ask for the name of the night manager, and let them know that you're going to be reaching out to corporate and let them know. Because as he pointed out, during Driver Appreciation Day, Pilot was there as a representative, and the Pilot Flying J's are a big fuel stop for us. And he says, you just let them know that they refused a commercial driver. I did. I went back in to ask for the name of the person last night. I ended up talking to the person that I talked to last night that refused me, and she kind of had an attitude last night. And at one point in the conversation, she goes, well, you can go to a campground. I says, ma'am, I am a commercial vehicle. I can't go to a campground. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to. Why would I pay for parking? And she was trying to give some excuse that she didn't know the story and she didn't know what was going on. And I said, you're the one that suggested I go to the campground. She goes, I'm sorry. Right then her attitude changed. She says, I'm sorry. Apparently, I just did not have enough information, and I made a decision based on limited information. I should have asked you more questions, and I said thank you. I said it means a lot to me that you apologized. So I'm heading back to that truck stop again. But I need to get my traffic manager on the phone, but now is not a good time. Alrighty. I got off the phone with one of the traffic managers, not my traffic manager, and told them the scoop and the poop. They're not real comfortable when you aren't with the unit, but considering this is why I have job security. It's a big, heavy unit, and it's going to Canada. Not a lot of drivers can come and take over for me, and I'm like, job security. However, she says, go ahead, drop the unit, go back over to the dealership, get checked in. As soon as I am checked in at the dealership, I will come back to the unit. But I'm going to unhook from it. I'm going to put a kingpin lock on it and get back over to the dealership. So now you know. Is that a cute bat? Alrighty, the unit is dropped. I put a kingpin lock on it, and I have posted photos of what it looks like at the time that I have dropped it. In the meantime, my traffic manager did call me. She wants an update. She says, you've got 2 days. I'm like, okay. No, I get it. I get it. Once a customer knows that a unit is on its way, they want their unit. So I said, yeah, I'll give you an update when I get to the dealership. Now, when I called the dealership to let them know I was coming back over, they're like, okay, come on over, drop your truck off, we'll get you signed in. And I'm thinking, yeah, I'm not dropping my truck off. But I wasn't going to tell them that over the phone. I'll discuss that with them when we get there. So, let's get there. 11 minutes. We're 11 minutes from there. See, the truck, she runs great when she's not under a load. Maybe she's just getting a little tired, needs some love and attention. I need more money.
2,000 years later.
Alrighty, folks, the truck has been checked in at the dealership. They have all the information they need. They're going to order the part, and they'll call me tomorrow when they want me to come back. I told them, I said, I don't really want to drop the truck off, and I asked them if that would be a problem if I just stay with the truck, and they said, no, not a problem at all. I said, look, I'm 11 minutes away from you guys. If you call me that the part's in, I can be here in 15 minutes, so I'm heading back over to the unit so we can babysit the unit, and lovely day today, lovely. So we'll get it taken care of. Don't know if I can afford this, but we're going to get it taken care of. Good news, the dealership called me. They said the part is in. It's 9:51 Eastern time, so 8:51 local time. They called me about a half hour ago and said that the part was in. And I said, oh, can you give me 20 minutes? They said, take your time. I said, yeah, but the part is in, so the sooner I get my truck there, the sooner you can start working on it. Yes. And as they mentioned yesterday, they are going to get me right in to get the part changed. Look, I don't know really what it is, but it has to do with my DEF system, and it has to do with the inline, something in the line. I've already had the DEF heater replaced. If you'll remember from, I don't know, an episode or two ago, I'm like, pricey, that was pricey. I'm hoping this one's not as expensive. To give C Farmer credit, thank you. To give C Farmer credit, he knew about the possibility of both of the issues, but he was afraid to work on my truck because he was getting conflicting reports about what was wrong, and he says, man, I don't want you to have to spend $700. That's the price he found on it, which I think that's what I ended up paying too. I don't know. I don't remember that kind of stuff. Not too often. Anyway, he's like, I hate to have you put on that expensive part, and all you needed was the cheap one. So I called him on the phone yesterday and I let him know. I'm like, hey, I wanted to give you an update on the truck because I knew it had been bugging on him about what was going on with my truck. And I said, and he, he kind of reiterated the fact that he was a little worried about having me put the expensive part on. I said, I get it. I totally get it. I said, but I've already done that, and I'm still having trouble with the truck. So apparently, maybe both needed to be replaced. There's no rule that says only one part can go out at a time. I don't know. So anyway, we're on our way over. I'll keep you updated. Oh, and I was mistaken about my truck. I'd been telling everybody that when I'm driving around bobtail, the truck is fine, and when I put it under a load, it goes into regen and stays in regen all the time. I just now looked through the notifications on my dash, and the truck is in regen right now, but it's not like in the crisis mode regen, but it's just saying automatic exhaust system regen in process. So apparently it's just been doing it all the time, but when I'm under a load, that's like when the truck is really working and really stressing out. So I've probably had this trouble going on for a lot longer than I thought I did. But let's face it, I've had the check engine light on since I left Oklahoma when they replaced the heater, the DEF heater, and then they wanted me to, they wanted me to let them pull the truck back in so they could find out what was going on. I'm like, man, I got to get to Louisville because I had that load I had agreed to take for my mentor, and I'm like, let's schedule me to come back. And I was just hoping I could make it back. I didn't make it back. What's up, sis? Do you smell the chicken I got? I got chicken for us to snack on when we're in the waiting room. We're waiting on them to fix our truck. In a minute, sis. Alrighty, we are in the waiting room. They have the truck. We're all situated. And as promised, Chloe's gonna get some chicken this morning. Are you ready for the chicken? Yes, ma'am. You've been a big girl. She's been not so loud. Alright.
2,000 years later.
Okay, so basically the test shows that your turbo actuator shot, and this basically runs the sweeper gear here, and then on this side is actually where the exhaust brake kicks on. So when it comes on, it shuts it, and basically it restricts the airflow to where it only comes out of these holes. Okay. The problem with yours right now is it's stuck at like 23%, so it's stuck somewhere probably about there.
Okay.
And basically when it's commanding, basically you're not getting boost because you're restricting the airflow,
right,
in a nutshell, coming out of the exhaust side. So we don't have one, but what I can try to do today, it depends on if this is stuck or not, because a lot of times this gets sooted up where there's like a little clip in here that actually gets stuck. But what I can do today to try to get you back on the road is I can take this off, I can try to slam this to where it's completely shut and to where I can get full boost back out of it, and then slap the actuator on and then just keep the actuator unplugged.
So how does it work that, what my concern is that it'll act up again.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. See, and if we unplug it, it won't have any power to it, so this gear will not move at all. So basically you won't have, like your exhaust brake, when you come on the gas and you can feel it kind of log down on like an off ramp.
Yeah.
You feel it. Basically it won't do that.
Oh, that's the part I love the most about my truck.
They're handy, but
how long does it take to get this part in?
Yeah, it could be
is this
days.
Oh my goodness.
That's the hard part. But like I said, to get you back on the road, I can take this off, try to see if I can free this up if it is stuck, and basically just keep it held shut.
And so no engine brake.
Yep, so you wouldn't have an engine brake, but you should have your full boost again and all your power again.
Well, because if I have to choose, I need to get down the road more than I need my engine brake.
And like you could call, wherever you're going, you could call and be like, hey, this is what I need. Can you have one? Or maybe they might have one, and then you can be like, hey, I need this when I get there.
Okay, because there are some people in Oklahoma that I've got that are going to be working on something else with my truck. I could ask them if they can ordered this in. I have no idea what this is
This is
actually
the turbo.
called.
This is your actual turbo. Basically, it's your
Oh,
turbo.
my turbo went
just
out.
Missing.
I've heard about that happening. It finally happened to me. Okay.
Especially with how many miles on it.
Yes.
It's
I'm not surprised then.
It's kind of
okay.
Kind of weird.
And then explain to me again what this is.
So this basically sits on the side of your turbo. Which sits pretty much just like that.
Gotcha.
And this is your little. It's basically the actuator that tells your exhaust brake on or off.
Okay.
It's basically the main thing that controls.
Gotcha.
This is pretty much your turbo, just minus the. This is
Very
the
good.
guts, the guts of it.
I had no idea that was a turbo. Okay, well then I'm going to make an executive decision.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and do the thing that can possibly get me down the road, and I won't worry about my exhaust brake and.
Yep. Yeah. As long as this isn't completely jammed up.
Okay.
We should be all right. I won't know till I take this off. That's kind of the
Okay.
part about
Right.
the whole deal.
Right. Okay.
But if I can do that, get this to be slammed shut, and then basically plug this back in, and this thing, I mean, it's not moving already. I'm watching it.
Okay, I
It's
got you.
Basically watching the commanded and what it's actually at, and they're nowhere near each other.
Well, you do that. See if we can get her up and running, and
Yep.
we'll see how it goes from there. Thank you for the update.
No problem.
They're almost done with the truck, but I just wanted to report that the girls have been a peach. I'm over here paying my bill, and I walked around the corner that way, and Chloe's watching for me. She has mommy issues. June the 5th, greetings from Billings, Montana. Yesterday, not a good day. Today, I've got a lot on my mind. I just got through purchasing permits for Idaho and Washington for this load. Let's hope the truck makes it. I'm a little overwhelmed right now because the turbo is out in my truck, and I've got very limited power, so climbing hills and mountains is going to prove to be very problematic, and we're struggling to get down the road. But I was talking with some friends, and they're like, are you going to press on? I'm like, yeah, I am. I'm going to press on. My motto, I'm going to go till I can't go no mo. But things are not looking good with the truck. And financially speaking, guys, I'm tapped out. I've been spending money to keep this truck up and running. And I've been joking when I said the money's going out faster than it's coming in. And I'm now at the point where I'm done. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to finish out this run. I've got a couple other loads lined up that are going to help get me back to Indiana. But things are not looking good with this truck. And when I was talking with my shop liaison at the Ram dealership in Bismarck, North Dakota, he kind of sat me down and he goes, okay, you've got a few other things that are wrong with your truck. And he gave me a list of what they had found, some of which I knew, some of what I did not. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't really hear what he said, because all I heard was $7,000 or $8,000 to repair it, and I'm like, yeah, I ain't got that kind of money. And we're always recommended to set money aside for our maintenance fund. But because I've been spending money just keeping this truck up and running, I haven't been able to save money, so I'm done, guys. I don't know what I'm going to do, but right now, financially speaking, yeah, I ain't got it. So, I'm undecided about what I'm going to do. I know that this is the last, I'm thinking this is the last trip this truck is going to make, because just to fix the turbo, it's, if I pay a dealership, we're talking $2,100, and I don't have it. So I'm going to spend the next few days in reflection trying to figure out what I'm going to do. You're still going to know about a couple more loads that I'm dispatched on that are going to get me back to Indiana, provided the truck stays running. So stay tuned. It's going to be an interesting trip to see if I can get done. So that is all I have to say about that right now. The girls are awesome still, though. They're awesome. I just want to go on record to say I have the best mentor in the world. He just called to check on me, to see how I'm doing. He knows I'm having trouble with the truck. And it's kind of nice to talk to someone that can give you some positive feedback. And I've actually been talking to several people that have been giving me some positive feedback, trying to help me. And I know that they're there for me if it turns out that I need it. And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but yeah, I want to press on and see if I can get this load delivered. I did leave a message with my traffic manager letting her know I'm not sure my truck's going to make it, but we're not there yet. We're going to just keep pressing on. I'm hoping to climb these mountains. The truck, she's doing good to maintain around 55 to 60 miles an hour. But you throw in a hill and we're pretty much done. And then she slows down rather rapidly. And so I'm just watching my temperature gauges and making sure that she doesn't overheat. And so far she's pressing on. But it's nice. It's nice to have someone just call and check on you. I've got several drivers that they said they have passports, and if I break down in Canada, they will come and get me. And I already know that on one hand I can count about 5 people I know that would come and get me if I broke down in Canada. But we're not there yet. But shout out to my mentor. We just came over the mountain. That's east of Butte, Montana. And we topped it at 17 miles an hour. I kept the RPMs down. And the engine temperature never got over 226 degrees, which I feel is good. And we just rode the shoulder all the way up. I'm like, oh my goodness, it's going to take forever to climb this mountain. But I'm just worried about pushing the engine and pushing everything too hard. I'm just trying to take it real easy. So we are still enduring. A cup, Miss Buttercup. Hackamack. Hey, baby. Alright. We stopped at a nice little rest area in Anaconda, Montana, and just for a break. I've already got my 30-minute in, so at this point we're just making sure we're taking a break and taking it easy. What you doing, Stank? It's a nice day, isn't it? It is. About 75 degrees outside. Very nice. Well, we're gonna press onward. Update from just north of Spokane, Washington. I forgot to check the date. Hold on. June the 6th. My route took me up a hill out of Spokane, and we like to never climbed it. When I sent my check call this morning to my traffic manager, I just let her know we're going to press on, and we'll see if I can make it to the customer. I told her terrain is an issue. When there's hills, the steeper the hill, the slower I go. So. But look at it this way. If I manage to cross the border and get up into Canada, if somebody needs to take over, they don't have to mess with all that paperwork. And okay, so it's one piece of paperwork, but I've already purchased the permits. I already had my Idaho and my Washington permit. I've got my e-manifest or e-document, I don't remember really what it's called, so that I could cross the border. So here's hoping I can cross the border. I am 5 hours and 36 minutes to the border alone. But with the truck running like it is, it's going to take a lot longer. We may get this delivered next week. But that's the update for now. Oh, this is bad, guys. This is bad. I'm climbing this mountain at 11 miles an hour, trying to keep my RPMs around 2,000. But it's a pretty view. I don't normally do this, but I took one of those slow vehicle turnouts and I've got to stop the truck. I need to give her a rest. She's not overheating, but this is just too much. And Squirt's out of pills, and so she's been hacking and carrying on. I'm a bad dog mom. I didn't check and made sure she had enough medication before we left out on this trip. And so she's not doing good. The truck's not doing good. I'm not doing... Chloe, are you doing good? Chloe seems to be the only one that's doing good here. Yes. Yes. There is a wide spot across the road. I'm just gonna take the girls over there, potty them. We're gonna just kind of let the truck cool down a little. I've got it on a fast idle so it can cool down. So I've been listening to an audio book the book was written by Dave Roberts. He's a mountaineer, and he wrote a book on the mountain K2, about the mountain K2, and the elevation that they went. Now, mind you, I'm not near the elevation that is K2-ish. However, we're up here. And I don't care who you are, this is God's country. The air is cold, crisp, clean, fresh. That spot I was just stopped back there by, there was water running along the side of the road like the snow melt off, and I wouldn't hesitate to drink it. I really wouldn't. And I did fill up the girls' water jug a little because I forgot to do that this morning. Apparently, I've got a lot on my mind. Oh, I saw a billboard. It says, "Those who wear many hats have a heavy head." And I thought, yep. Oh, yay. I see a downhill sign ahead. Well, we made it to the Canadian border, so we are going to continue to press on. We are 2 hours, 29 minutes drive time away. I have happiness to report. I just got off the phone with Steve Farmer, and he's been aware of the situation that I'm having with my truck, and he's going to try to find a turbo for my truck. And then he said, as far as installing it, he said it should only take a couple of hours. And I'm like, yes. He says, do you want me to look for a used one? I said, yeah, that's fine. He says, I'm going to do both. I'm going to look for a new one and a used one, and I'll do a price comparison, and then you can make a decision as to which one you want to get. I said, look, if I need to get a new one, I will. I said, but right now I just don't have the money. And so he's gonna call around and see if he can find. He says he's got some Ram buddies, and he's gonna call around and see if we can find if he can find a used turbo. So that's kind of nice, because at this point I'm like, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So if it's a possibility they can get the truck back up and running with that part, that'll make me feel a lot better. I could use a little good news today. Winfield, British Columbia, delivering. They're checking the unit in now. I've already submitted my post-trip pictures, and then when he's through checking in the unit, I'll pull my battery, and then I'm out of here. I was in violation, logbook violation. I was so focused on the truck all day, trying to make sure it's running without maximum RPMs, and I forgot to take a 30-minute break on my logbook, and so 2 minutes from the customer here, big old thing, violation, you're in violation. I'm like, violation? What am I in violation for? And I'm like, oh, I gotta take a 30-minute break. So I think I drove two minutes in violation. See this face? Ask me if I even care right now. I've got so much on my mind. Yeah. The person who wears many hats has a heavy head. But yes, good news. They are checking the unit in now. Squirt, are you going to die on me? Oh my goodness, poor baby. She can't breathe. I may have to find a vet and ask them if they'll refill a prescription, if my vet will send them one, because she's not doing good at all. He's got it open up. I might. No promises. Let me see if I can take you inside. It's been a while since I've been inside a unit to show you guys, so I don't know. Let's see. Wow, where to start? This has been a crazy day. First of all, I am parked for the night per the recommendation of Border Patrol, which I just stopped and talked to. I think we had a good long conversation, at least a half hour, and he recommended this as a place to park. He said it's well lit, and I was driving around town just trying to find a place to park, and I was down by the water, which is absolutely gorgeous. And I saw him sitting there, and I pulled up, and I'm like, can I bug you for a minute? And we ended up chatting for a while. We exchanged YouTube channel information also. But that was cool. That was a very nice conversation from a very nice officer who used to be in Arizona and is now up here. And people have awesome stories to share. Now, about my story. I really want to... Words escape me. I don't even know how to express the gratitude and the appreciation that I have for the amount of people that reached out to me all day today and yesterday, checking on me to make sure I'm okay, you know, because I know I'm having trouble with the truck. And it really means a lot to me that people check on me and see how I'm doing. I'm not going to name names just because I don't want to forget anybody, so I'm afraid to name any names. But y'all know who you are because you called and checked on me. The other thing that I think is cool is C. Farmer was one of the last people to check on me. And the reason I mentioned his name is because he's trying to track me down a turbo for the truck. And he's wanting to try to squeeze in the repair around working, and I'm like, dude, take a load. Go ahead and take a load because I still have to get back to Indiana. Plus, I need to do a reset before I even get back to Indiana. And I mean, I'm like, no, don't plan anything around me. I'll plan my day around you. Anyway, he's got people looking for the turbo. And he's already found one. It's an aftermarket, but he's a little leery. He says, when possible, he likes to go with the OEM. I forget what OEM stands for. OEM. Yeah, I don't remember. I'm tired. I told the patrol officer, John, I told him, I said, man, I'm out of hours. I got to stop. I got to sleep. So that's next on the list. I've already got the truck situated. The girls are already in bed. And I've kind of extra medicated Squirt. She's the pill that she's missing is the one that opens up the airways so that she can breathe easier. The other pill is the one that dopes her up to where she's loopy and that calms her whole system down. So I've kind of given her an extra pill to kind of calm her more because I don't know if she's going to make it back to Indiana. I guess I need to track down a vet. Oh, I've got so much going on. But anyway, shout out to all the people who have checked on me. And a big thank you to C. Farmer, who's tracking down the part for my truck. And we'll figure it out. I don't know. I don't know how long it's going to take because, well, you know how it is tracking down parts sometimes. So, having had said all of that, I'm going to head to bed. And tomorrow will be a great day. The truck is running really good without a load. I mean, she's not her bestest. I'd say she's running about 70%, which is better than the 10% when I had the load. So she's doing much better, which I suspected she'd run a lot better without a load under her. So, yeah, I've got troubles, people. I swear I'm going to give you all my Venmo number and you can start sending me money. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. Well, maybe I would. You never know. All right. Good night, everybody. Actually, let me end out this episode because the trip is now complete. Now that I'm back into the States, I feel like the trip is complete. So, yeah. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you guys for watching, coming along on the journey and sharing. Wow. Sharing this adventure with me. This adventure, oh my goodness, I've never had a truck do that before, so you got to experience with me. And we'll catch you on the next episode. And just remember, guys, it's all about the perspective, but I don't know what that perspective is right now because my truck is broken, but apparently it's all about the perspective. We'll figure it out.